Look.
Oh man, don't start that shit on me.
What was he doing? What was he doing, son? No, don't take it then. Forget it. If they got that up, because it doesn't have nothing to do with gangs, man.
Turn it
Sure.
on. Look at this guy, man.
No, man, I'm gonna take it. That's what people do. That's. Hey, you guys across the street, man.
I am.
I should go in there and see who that is.
Hold on.
It's not like.
Just put one layer of scarf on.
No, because you can still hear it, but not that good. How's this? Can you hear it good now?
I could hear you.
There's no wind. There's no wind coming in. Is there? Shit. Come on.
Hi, Mom. Hey, stay there, man. Don't.
Let me go talk to them. No.
Don't play. Stay there. The teacher too.
I know that bitch right there. Fucking Raven, man. He's a trip. Waving like Dumbos and shit. Retard. Just go. Nobody was
They're
calling
stupid.
you.
I know that one little bitch there. Ooh, I hate her.
Why were you gonna go over there and talk to her then?
I was gonna go over there and kick her ass. You could videotape that fight. Beat her ass. Fuck her. Right. Look at this. Is that a girl or a guy?
All right, let's disconnect it and go in front of the school. They'll be getting off then. You ready, Juanita?
No, don't disconnect it. Look, turn it this way. Hey, you girl or a guy? That would be embarrassing to have to ask you.
They're coming out. We could get students
Where the fuck? They're getting it wrong. Where are they getting it?
in the front where we were before.
Let's go.
Oh, I thought so.
So you passed right by it.
Right in front of the camera. I didn't know she was taping it.
What do you think she's doing, man? Shut up.
I didn't know. I thought.
What's your name?
My name is Pedro Maldanato.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
Why do you go to school?
It's a good question. I go to school because I want to get an education so I could succeed in life.
What are you planning to do for the future?
After I get out of high school, I'm planning to attend college at Columbia.
What are you going to take up in college?
I'm going to major in communications, TV broadcasting, and literature, and so forth. It depends. It all depends. As I go along, I'll find the subjects that I like. And
Do you think you'll enjoy going to college?
oh, sure. If I like school, I like school because school helps you and you learn in school, and it's better than staying at home and doing nothing, just bumming around.
Well, why do you think education is so important?
Oh well, everybody needs an education because it's rough out there in the world without an education, and without an education, you can't get a good job.
What kind of advice would you give to dropouts?
Dropouts? Well, I have to tell them that it's real hard out there. It's not going to be easy in the future because jobs are real hard to find these days, especially for people without a diploma.
How do you know that education is going to help you in the future, and who told you this?
No one told me. It's out of self-knowledge, just out of looking at people going and asking for jobs, and for decent paying salaries, people ask for diplomas and they ask for other things that you need when you get out of high school. You should try to finish high school and get a decent education so you could proceed in the future. Understand?
Have you ever dropped out?
No, I haven't. I'm still in school. I graduate this year, hopefully.
What's your name?
My name is John Rambert.
How old are you?
17.
Are you going to school now?
Yes, I am.
Have you ever dropped out?
No, but I've thought about it. You know, no, I haven't dropped out. I mean, I don't want to drop out, you know. But if I can't make it in school, things, you know, one thing comes to another, and if I have to, I'll drop out.
What would you do if you dropped out?
Well, like, you know, I'd find me a job, that is kind of hard, you know. It wouldn't be, maybe not a good job, say like a factory job, you know, and try to get my GED. And that's probably what I try to do. I don't know, it depends on the person, what he thinks.
Do you think you need an education?
Yes, I do. I think I do, because I have a disability, you know, and I need an education. Well, I saw it through my brother. My older brother is a dropout, you know, and he's got 2 kids. He's handling it, you know. He can support them, but you know it's hard to get a job for him a lot of times. This one job he had, he got laid off, you know, and it was hard to find another one. But you know he's handling it, but he's breaking his back doing it. I saw it through my.
Would you like to be in that position?
No, it's not a very comfortable position. You get, you know, you start developing family problems. You know, it's not a good way to live.
You can act like if you get high and shit like that.
One time I had the mic, and we were on the table, and I just threw it. Put him out like this. No, wait. Does it got him on? No?
Put him on. Let's see. Could you hear? Let's see. Could you hear?
Bernie thinks he's bad hiding in Jerry's car. That's your last drag.
No. I'll quit.
So, Joe, how's the family, huh?
All right. Got 6 kids, 2 wives. Got divorced 6 times.
How's my kids and you're what?
Damn. Okay. Okay, you ready? Don't move, Joe, because when you move, just look at the camera. You could look at me.
Nah, it's alright if you turn around and look at her.
Okay.
I don't want to get the whole side of your face, though, Joe.
Check it out.
I don't want her to
Like that.
Stand somewhere right here, man. So you can look like he's facing right here.
Yeah, you
stand a little bit back.
Stand this way. Look at the...
But I have to go like this. Then.
No.
Just get down.
Could you, like, look at the camera?
This?
No, turn around.
Yeah.
So you can look at the camera.
Is Tina? Is Tina in the camera, in the frame? No. Get that mic close to me. I have the mic close to me.
Okay.
You?
All right. Ready?
It's taping right now. What happened? You turned it on. No, I didn't. I didn't touch it.
Name.
Joseph Aguirre.
Can you start over, Tina?
What is your name?
Joseph Aguirre.
Did you drop out of school?
No, I got thrown out.
Why did you go to school?
To get an education.
Why did you drop out?
I didn't drop out. I got thrown out.
Well, why did they throw you out?
I had too many outside classes. I didn't want to go.
No.
Okay. Can we stop it for a second?
What is your name?
Joseph Aguirre.
Did you drop out of school?
No, I got thrown out.
You gotta wait till I finish the question.
Okay.
What is your name?
Joseph Aguirre.
Did you drop out of school?
I got thrown out.
Why did you go to school?
To get it?
Do you think education is important?
Yes.
Why?
To get somewhere.
How did you know education was so important?
What do you mean?
How? Why is it important to you?
There's no jobs without no education.
Then why did you drop out of school?
I didn't drop out of school.
What do you plan to do in the future?
I haven't made my mind up yet.
What kind of advice would you give to a dropout student?
I don't know.
Oh man, this.
What's your name?
Joseph Aguirre.
Have you ever dropped out of school?
No.
Well, were you out of school at some time or another?
Yes. 2 months.
Why were you out of school?
Got thrown out.
And why'd you get thrown out?
For cutting classes. I had too many outside classes I didn't want to go to. And get lost most of the time. Had them downtown.
During the time you were out of school, what did you do all day?
Bum around.
And why'd you come back to school?
Because I came to new school. I heard about Latino youth. So I came to check it out.
Do you like Latino youth?
Yeah.
Why do you like Latino youth?
It's, everybody's together. So not right school.
Are you doing all right in your classes or what?
Not right now. I got dropped.
Are you going to go back to school?
Yeah, next quarter.
Okay, stop. Ready? Go.
Nice and sweet.
Do you think education is important?
Yes.
Why do you think education is important?
Without an education, you can't get nowhere in life these years. The 20th century.
And
no, that don't make sense. I don't know. Give it up.
No, go ahead. Keep on shooting. And how did you find out that? Well, who showed you how?
What do you mean? Who showed me?
Yeah,
how?
who showed you that without education you can't get any place?
A lot of people ain't working because they ain't got an education.
And what do you plan to do for the future?
I haven't planned it yet. I have no plans for the future yet. Not now, at least.
What advice would you give to people that drop out?
Stay in school. Education's important now. You know, without an education, you can't get nowhere. You're a dropout, you won't get you won't factory job maybe, washing dishes, something like that. Education's very important these days. Now, without an education, you can't get nowhere.
All right.
Cut.
Ready? Okay. What's your name?
Alex Rubio,
How old are you?
19.
Are you going to school now?
Yeah, I'm attending school at the moment.
Did you ever drop out?
Yeah, I dropped out for about a year.
Or why'd you drop out?
Well, I was going along with the rules in the school I was going to, and teachers didn't quite like the way I was attending school, so...
Could you stop for a second?
Cut. Could I
Shoot at the camera, Paul.
Could I shoot the camera?
Shut up.
I know how to shoot.
He was doing so good, Alex. I think I'm gonna try you in a commercial, you know, on TV or something.
Everybody's been trying to make me do that.
Channel 7.
Could we do this?
We should have our own channel, like Channel 5, Channel
Okay,
6.
listen. We're trying to do this. If you want to talk about this stuff, join video class.
I wish I could.
Is there some way we can get
All right.
Would you scan? What's your name?
Alex Rubio,
How old are you?
19.
Do you go to school?
Yeah, I go to school at the present time.
Have you ever dropped out?
Yeah, I dropped out before.
Why did you drop out?
Well, I dropped out because I wasn't going by the rules, and the teachers didn't quite get along with me, and I didn't quite get along with them. So they just told me, you know, bring in your books and leave, that's it.
How long were you drop out?
I dropped out for a year.
And what were you doing during all this year?
Well, I went to California for about 2 months, trying to look out there for a job. Then I went to Texas, and I couldn't find a job, but I just came back here, and then I didn't find a job, so I was dealing drugs, and that's how I was making my money.
But you were out on the streets a lot, weren't you?
Right, I was out on the streets and seeing all sorts of places, doing nothing. I seen that I didn't like the things I was doing of dealing drugs, so I didn't like that kind of thing, doing that, you know. So I said I need an education to really become someone and do something for my life and for my kids, or if I do have, to see me as, to become, so they could look up to me.
And what do you plan for the future?
Well, I plan for the future to graduate from school and go into the Marines and then become a cop afterwards.
How did you see that without an education you can't get any place?
I seen it as, well, as my friends were graduating, I wasn't, then I felt kind of depressed about it because they were getting ahead and I was just staying, you know, behind. And I just said, I gotta make up my mind and graduate.
What kind of advice would you give to dropouts?
The advice I give them is to, you know, there's a time for school and there's a time for messing around, and when it's time for school, they should attend school and they should not mess around. And when it's time to mess around, there's a time for that.
Okay, cut.
Ready.
What's your name?
Go.
My name is Lydia Flores.
How old are you?
23.
Are you going to school?
Right now I'm attending Latino Youth.
Have you ever dropped out?
I dropped out 3 times from high school.
Why did you drop out?
One reason, gang trouble. Second reason was because there wasn't enough teachers who were interested in my education. It was really boring. You know, it was like there wasn't enough ambition pushed on me. You know, it was like you had to be there.
Go.
What were you doing during the time you had dropped out?
I was looking for a job. I found a job. I was working for a while, but it was really hard because all they kept asking was for a high school diploma or a GED, and I didn't have any of those.
Do you think now education is important?
If I didn't, I wouldn't be back in school. That was the reason why I wanted to come back. I tried for my GED 3 times, and I didn't like it. It wasn't the same as getting a regular education, so I came here to Latino Youth.
And what are your plans for the future?
I plan on continuing my education because I found out it's important, because in order to find a good job, a good paying job, or to become anybody, you have to have a college diploma. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Why did you turn it off, Bill?
I turned it off.
It went off and on. Let's not change the phone.
Do you think education is important?
Yeah, I think it's important because if I didn't, I wouldn't be back in school.
How did you see that education is important?
Okay, when I dropped out those 3 times, I dropped out not only because of gang problems, it was because I wanted to go out and party with my friends. I wanted to have a good time. And then each time while I was out of school and I went looking for a job, I couldn't really find what I was looking for, a good paying job or a job that I really enjoyed, because I didn't have the education. And without an education, you can't get a job. You can't do nothing without an education. It's like you're left without a tool when you want to build something. You can't do it if you don't have a hammer or a nail. You know, you have to have some kind of education behind you to back you up, and the knowledge to do whatever it is you want to do, instead of, you know, having nothing.
What advice would you give to dropouts?
Well, if they dropped out just to have a good time, you know, to be with their friends and party, I advise them to go back to school and not do it at all, because their friends are not going to be there with them for them when they need money or when they want some clothes or they want some shoes, because they're not going to have the money. You know, in order for them to get what they want and to find out what it is they want to do in life, they have to have some knowledge. So I advise them to stay in school because they can always party later. I mean, I would have been out of high school when I was 17. I would have finished college right now that I'm 23, and right now I'm finishing high school. I mean, I could have had started partying just now once I graduated out of college, but I gotta wait now because of my mistake. So anybody who's young, do it now instead of doing it later, because it's a waste of time. You can party a lot more when you're older. You can do a lot more when you got money in your pocket and an education. Okay, cut.
I think you would have been about
Besides my name.
19 or...
Besides my name and all that, what else you gonna ask?
Wait.
Okay, wait.
Ready? What's your name?
Martin Compian.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
Have you ever dropped out of school?
Yeah.
Are you in school now?
Yeah.
Why did you drop out of school?
Because I didn't like the other school.
What were you doing during the time you dropped out?
The school ended, you know. It was in the summer, so I was looking for a job.
Did you get a job?
No.
Why not?
Because I had to go to school. Needed my diploma.
Why did you go back to school?
Because I found out I needed it, you know. I needed a diploma in the past. get a job.
Oh, do you think education is important?
Yeah.
Why do you think education is so important? Why do you think education is important?
Because without it, you won't get a job or nothing.
How did you see education was important? Did you see it in the neighborhood or what?
Yeah. There's nowhere to get around right now.
What do you plan for the future?
To work. To work. What? I don't know, anything. This good, makes a lot of money.
What kind of advice would you give to dropouts?
Go back to school. It's good for you.
Why is it good for you?
Because you gotta be smart sometimes. You can't be dumb all the time.
God!
One of you filming, one of you's interviewing.
Well, what is there to interview? All you gotta do is ask him. You ask me who speaks better French than I do. And then if you say
¿Qué es lo que le echa a la torta? Bueno, ¿cómo la comienza y eso?
Tomate, cebolla, lechuga, aguacate, crema, frijoles. Eso es todo.
¿Todo? ¿Y la carne no se le echa?
Claro que sí, desde luego.
¿Qué clase de carne es la que usa?
Hay para tortas, pierna, pollo, milanesa, jamón, aguacate, carne asada, chorizo, huevo. Para tortas nada más hay eso.
Okay, the way you start the torta here is that he starts with I see he's grilling some onions, and he adds lettuce, tomatoes, onions, hot peppers, and sour cream, and he also adds, I see, chorizo. It also depends on what kind of torta you want. They make them out of avocados and some meat and steaks. They have them out of steaks, ham, chorizo, and I think that's it.
Want to shoot?
Yeah.
Here. Here's a good view for you. Check it out.
No.